What's up, everybody? Welcome to Texas. Hebbronville, I believe it's pronounced.
Yeah.
Welcome to Texas, man. We're in a border town here. Right before we entered the town, we went through a border patrol checkpoint, and the guy goes... It's on video, by the way. It'll be on one of my other videos. I was like, "You are U.S. citizen?" I was like, "Am I what?"
What?
Like, "Yeah, man, you U.S. citizen." I was like, ¿Qué? Que si eres americano, güey.
Yeah, I started talking and they were like, "Oh, yeah."
Yeah. I was like, I couldn't understand. I'm like, I think the real question is are you a U.S. citizen? Because you don't even speak English. Imagine. It's like somebody had a lot of, somebody's like, man, what if we put like somebody who barely even speaks English to ask other people if they barely speak English? Like, how does that even happen?
I start talking and you can figure out.
I think it's pronounced Hebbronville.
Yeah.
Hebbronville. Well, anyways, he's like, I pull up to this thing, I'm like super nervous. I'm like, okay, we're gonna answer whatever he asks us, be as nice as possible, right?
I start pulling out my ID. They're like, "Oh, yeah."
Like,
She
they
knows.
look at her like, "Ma'am, we're not looking for you.
Yeah.
You're not what we're looking for." They looked at us and
Hi,
like,
how are you?
they're like, "Ma'am,
Yeah.
we don't need your ID." Like,
Yeah.
they're like, "Ma'am, you're not what we're looking for."
Oh, look at the
You know,
puppy.
I know there's a lot of stray dogs out here. Maybe, dang it, now I got a dog underneath the truck. Well, hopefully it's familiar with how tires move and stuff like that. It's a little puppy.
Oh, so cute.
It's a little puppy. He's a street dog. This kind of looks more run down than the other boards. Oh, that one definitely looks run down. Look at that. Like shot out windows and everything. Wow, okay, this is a whole different world out here. This is definitely a little bit rougher than the other times we've been to along the border. I would venture to say we're in the hood.
I think so. Man, that's good.
Now, are you a U.S. citizen? I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, kill me? Yeah, you ain't U.S. citizen? I'm like, ¿Qué, mijo? Que si eres americano, güey?
That's
Like-
what you don't want to do.
I'm like, he's like, vete ya, vete. No molestes más, cubano gordo, pareces gringo. That was hilarious.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was officially hilarious.
I know.
If you don't think that's funny, it's like that happens when you get a Spanish person in charge of immigration. I'm like, I'll make a checkpoint
Yeah.
and ask Americans.
I start speaking and they're
Ask
like,
Americans.
"Oh, yeah."
In a very heavy Spanish accent if they're Americans. Hey, are you americano, güey? Usted is americano? Like, what do I look like, buddy? You don't see this red beard on me? Oh, that's not what I expected. I expected like, yes, sir, are you a U.S. citizen?
Hi, how are you?
Bro,
I'm on my way to Starbucks. Where's the closest one?
That's an air conditioning window about the side of the road.
Yeah.
My
Oh,
scrap
look at the
metal.
kitten.
I feel like picking it up.
No.
I know I shouldn't be transporting air conditioners across state lines, but I feel like it's something I should do.
I know.
Look at this house right here. That's neat. Front porch. Bro, this town is definitely interesting.
Yeah.
This is definitely what I imagine a border town would look like. Like, are you a U.S. citizen? What do you say to me? Yeah,
What
man.
am I?
Like, are you having a paper? I'm like, what it look like, boy? That was the most awkward border scenario
Yeah.
ever.
Here's
It's like-
me pulling out my identification.
And they're like almost cracking up.
Yeah.
Here's Katie, 400-pound white woman, redhead, wearing a hunting shirt or something, drinking a sweet tea. Here's Katie drinking a sweet tea she's literally sipping sweet tea. 400-pound white woman pulling out her ID. They're looking at her cracking up like, ma'am, you're not what we're looking for right now. They took a closer look at me.
Yeah.
They're like, you're one of those Cuban fellas, aren't you?
They're like, yeah.
Are you a U.S. ciudadano. I'm like, what, sir? It's US citizen. I'm like,
I got too much meat on
¿qué?
me. So they're like, oh, go through. Yeah, we know you are. Yeah.
like, it's a US citizen. Like, que si que, how you gonna get how do you land a job like that without knowing English?
I don't know.
I am under potential. I could be a US border marshal.
Nah.
Just playing. That was hilarious. I think is it. I think there's a comedy skit about that. I think it's Cat Williams. Like I think the real question is, are you a U.S. citizen? I think it's Cat Williams. If somebody knows who does that skit, I think it's Cat Williams. I can't be sure. I thought that to myself too. I'm like, I think the real question is, are you a U.S. citizen? Because notice how they didn't even like question whether Katie's a U.S. citizen. They just looked at her like, man, we don't need that.
Oh, she's on her way to Starbucks. She's fine.
That was definitely a unique experience right there, man.
She's on her way to the barbecue place.
That
she's
is a
all
story.
right.
I'll be like 90 years old telling that story. Like, are you a U.S. citizen? I'm like, I think the real question is, are you a U.S. citizen here? Huh?
That's the type of house I like right there, but I want to build it.
Because even if you weren't a U.S. citizen, like you could totally be illegal, and you could be just you could just like humiliate the guy. You'd be like, come on, wait, like I speak better English than you, of course. Okay, we got a cardboard photo. Obviously, that's not what houses in this town look like, but if we can look at the GPS,
we are already. You need to turn right here.
I think there is a town center, but who cares?
No one goes there anyway.
No one goes to the town
In
center.
600 feet, turn left onto East Galbraith Street.
What do you get yourself?
Pineapple.
Pineapple what?
Pineapple drink.
Turn left onto East Galbraith Street.
Oh my gosh, that's so sour.
That's what I like.
It is good though. It's sour and then it's sweet afterwards. Take a left.
Oh, yeah, loud.
You sure?
Yeah. That is so good.
Really, this is the road.
Continue for 1 mile.
This is the road we're on.
No. That'll be coming up ahead.
That is hilarious, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That is a story to tell for the rest of your life. Are you a U.S. citizen? Are you a U.S. citizen? Okay. I went Spanish on him. Maybe he'll understand. That's embarrassing when like he's at the checkpoint. I'm the person getting investigated here, and I gotta go. He's like, I guess the U.S. citizen. ¿Qué mijo? ¿Qué?
Oh.
Si eres gringo,
Could he have had like a stutter or something?
No, he did not know English. Which is okay.
Yeah.
Hey, whatever. This is Texas. I'm glad he doesn't know English. You know why? Because that like every person from Arkansas and Alabama who comes through here has to like tear their head off their head. Every one of those those super.
That's probably why people don't come down here.
That's probably why they got him there, just to embarrass and humiliate people that think like that. Like you imagine like one of those stupid people that comes to volunteer out here to stop people from coming.
Yeah.
When you get to a border crossing and the person at the border crossing, excuse me, sir, es usted U.S. gringo, verdad? What do I look like, boy? I'm sure like the person in charge of border patrol here is like, Katie, are you sure?
Yep.
This is how we're getting to where we're going?
Yeah. In half a mile, there's a turn.
Are you sure?
Onto the Felfurus Highway.
We're on the other side of the tracks where we're figuratively.
I know where we're at.
Doesn't seem like it.
Oh, they're about to.
Dude, how can you let that truck go to crap like that?
I don't know.
I'm sure the camera's gonna fall off. The house is just gone. The truck is almost gone, but the house is definitely gone. Okay, this is just gonna fall off the. I can assure you, the person who hired him is like, "Usted sabe English? You know English?" Like, no, man, no, sé inglés. You're the guy we want. When American people come through there and they have out-of-state license plates, you give them a hard time. I'll give you a raise. Okay, senor. That's what it is. You imagine how infuriating it has to be to an American? Like one of those like southern backwards Americans comes through there, gets to a border crossing, and the person at the border crossing checking to see if you're U.S. citizen doesn't know a word.
Yeah.
Doesn't know a word of Spanish. Then hilarious, dude. That made my freaking day. That's as funny as a black person in Alabama going to a court that has a rebel flag in front of it. It's like, oh, this defeats the purpose. An American going through that border crossing
Yeah.
should feel like a black person in Alabama going to court that has a rebel. Kind of it's like a black person in Alabama going to court, and there's like a rebel flag in front of the courthouse, and you're like, well,
Yeah.
I'm pretty much done here. Like, that defeats the purpose.
You're going left at that stop sign.
Turn left onto Texas 285 East.
I'll never be welcome in Texas after this story.
Possibly. I don't know.
Left or right?
Left.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm exaggerating it to make it sound funny. I understood him when we talked in Spanish.
Yeah.
I apparently switched over to Spanish. Like, ¿qué? Mío, tú no sabes inglés. How do you get this job?
Okay.
Texas 285 East.
I said, I don't remember what I said. I was like,
And Katie thought they were gonna actually like ask her. Katie's like pulling out her like
an ID.
a picture. They're just pulling out a baby photo of her in Michigan. The guy's like, Senora, we don't need this right now. We understand U.S. Americana.
All I need to do is talk, and you can tell us.
The hilarious part, like, he talked perfect English for you. He's like, ma'am, we understand U.S. Americana. Look at you.
Yeah.
Katie trying to prove she's American. That wasn't too hard right there.
I was getting her my ID.
That is hilarious. You're over here sipping sweet tea.
Yeah.
Sipping on a sweet tea. Barbecue stains on her shirt. Talk about, she's pulling out her ID. The guy's looking at her like, man, we no need this right now, okay? We know it's need from you. We understand you is gringa. You look gringa to me. You okay? You know what I mean? Dude, that was awesome. I've never been through one of those points, and I never expected it to be like that. That's awesome. And I'm not the first person to say that. There's actually a comedian, I think Cat Williams. He's a big comedian. Where he makes, is it Cat Williams or Dave Chappelle? One of the two made it. Who is it that make that joke? There's one big comedian that makes a joke.
I don't know.
One big comedian makes a joke. Comedian that makes the joke. Nice truck. I think it's Cat Williams. But I think the real question is, are you? No, it's Gabriel Iglesias. Yeah, it's Gabriel Iglesias. Look this up. Gabriel Iglesias is the comedian who makes that joke. If you don't know Gabriel Iglesias, he's I think he's from California.
Yeah, he is.
And he's a Mexican-American comedian. And he actually has a joke. And I'm not making it up. This is on video. This will be on my other video. And Gabriel Iglesias is a Mexican-American comedian. And he makes a joke where he goes to a border crossing. And the person... He's Mexican, so... There's only so far I can go with my version of what happened.
Yeah.
He's Mexican, so he goes all the way with the joke. So I have to have a little bit of respect. But he's Mexican. He goes all the way with the joke. He goes all the way there. So if you want to watch, just Google Gabriel Iglesias Border Patrol comedy routine, and you can watch it. So it's not the first person that's happened to. It's Texas. I love it, and that's why I like Texas. Texas is just it's incredible state.